Yo, what up, people? It's me, Thrife. I'm back here to do some more S-Rank PvP today. And as you can see, we're almost at that top 100 once again, bro. So the goal for today's video is very simple. See if we can get to that top 100 for the third time here. Of course, be using my main build, Silver Knight, bro. Come on now, you already knew. You already knew if I'm try harder, I'll be playing my main build, right? But hey, look, listen, this video is going to be much more chill today. It's going to be more of like an analysis style video, right? I don't do them very often, but whenever I do them, you guys seem to really like it. So I figure, you know, why not do both? Climb to that top 100 and share some knowledge, right? So here's the stats for the build. For those of you new here that don't know, this is my main build, Silver Knight. As I said, I'm taking this thing to S rank every season since the beginning of this game. And top 100 twice. And hopefully, as I said, top 100 a third time. Boy, let's go ahead and get started. Let's get that hundo. Ooh, hey, first matchup against the homie. All right, with his wing 0. Different variation. I haven't seen this one, I don't think. Usually he's rocking the carousel and stuff, so pretty cool looking slick as always here. So with double Harris setup and double Soup. Soup's kind of heavy. He's going to be kind of slow, so I don't think he's going to be able to like fully kite. But he should be able to kite a decent amount at the very least. Well, the double Harris, the name of the game here is to try and stay into assault boost as much as I can. Just to throw off those hits and to reduce the impact that they put out, because yeah, that impact falls off quick, but it does hurt, and if you take too many shots consecutively, it's a wrap on your soul. So it seems like he's just dashing past me. So right here, as I'm falling, I don't want to do too much of that unless I'm directly below him, because he can easily out DPS me if I don't break that freaking line of fire of the Harrises, because yeah, they do a lot of stagger. So he's actually able to stay a little bit further away. More than I thought. I didn't think I was going to stagger him there, so we didn't even get a good punish. Fail! Alright, it is what it is. A little sloppy first round. We can still bring it back. Not the end of the world. Yeah, he's going to... Alright, so it seems like every time I get in there, he dashes past me. Ooh, alright. I'm going to reload. I want to freaking stun him outside my range to stop the Gatling gun there. We're going to pop this now that his shield's gone. And we're just going to fly into him. Yep, stop the assault boost. Start it again. Yeah, he's maneuvering well, actually, with his freaking quick boost to avoid me. But I think we can get him here. Stay on top of him. Yeah, that freaking boost. Yeah, so a lot of times, like, with this more, he's doing more, like, vertical kite as opposed to, like, the... Yeah, there you go. Now he's gonna stun us. Yeah, he's got us. Alright. So, it was not the playstyle I was expecting here. Where my mind's at right now is... anticipate him kind of dashing, like, directly past me instead of, like, over me, like he's been doing. It seems like he's, like, assault boosting past me. So we're going to stop our assault boost like right before we get to him to predict that, and then start up against on top of him. And then we're just going to try and let ourselves do a dead drop, so that way freaking we fall at the same speed as him. So that way his shots aren't just landing on us while ours whiff, right? Because as he's falling, if he's below me and I'm above him, my shots are more likely to miss because he's falling out of range. And my shots are kind of more just doing their own thing with chasing after him. So we're going to stay on top of him. Yeah, we lost a lot of pressure on that, but we're going to stay with him here. We got his shield, which is nice. So what we're going to do here is rip through that shield. Watch out for the missiles. We actually avoided that. And now we're just going to take a little breather here. See if we can get him to come in. And we're going to approach on the ground. That way we save some energy. So when we finally get to him, we have energy to actually follow up with the chase, right? And also helps with the Soup, too, because they're easy to dodge on the ground. So he whiffs the kick. I didn't think he was going to kick there. We should be able to stagger him. Oh, no, we didn't stagger him first. All right, yo, he's playing really well. All right, hold on a second. Don't let that fall off. The ricochets, no! Right, we can still win it. We can still win it. Just don't die here. If we stagger him here, we win. He's probably going to run. Yep. If we can stagger him before the shield's empty, we got this. Ah, nah, he did it well. He did it well. He's got us. Damn, bro. All right, not bad, not bad. All right, I wasn't expecting that place. I'm probably going to lose a crap ton of points for that, but it is what it is. I think I assault boosted too high up to him. You know what I mean? Let's see. Is it going to be like 50 point? Holy 100 point, boy. Holy crap. Okay, it is what it is. That's fine. No big deal. It's all good. All right, let's get into another match, man. That hurt. Drop all the way down to 300 just like that, huh? Oh, we got a runback against him. All right, he's probably going to want his points back, bro. I think he was, what was he, ranked 50 before and we dropped him down to 60? All right. So yeah, in case the first match doesn't make it to the video for the sake of time or whatever, gameplay here is pretty simple. He's so lightweight that I can afford to play a little more aggressive because I already put out a whole lot of stagger on this build to begin with, and we're able to stagger him like crazy fast. Now, the main thing I want to focus on is making sure I don't hold my triggers down for too long, because then the recoil will freaking go crazy, yeah. So he's just going to eat it there. That's fine. He's holding on to his stuff, so we'll let him get his little mini punish on me. We'll reset this match here. I was too far away for the blade, and I kind of figured it seemed like he was far enough away he wasn't going to land most of his rifle shot, so instead of pulse armor, and I'd rather save it for his, right? So that way we can kind of play the game here, because we can out-DPS him as long as we play this right. Need that to not fall off, so Gatling gun ahead of time, even though we're outside the ideal range to do the Gatling gun. But, wow. Nice shot, nice shot. Yeah, I think he's got this round. Messed up a little bit in the beginning. It's going to be hard to come back here, but we can bring it back. Yeah, he's popping his stuff, so we're just going to Gatling gun. We're going to wait a second before we pop our stuff. Just that way we have some cover when we freaking rush in to go for this final kill here. We got close enough to get him. Yeah, he's just going to keep redirecting. I think he's got us with the raw damage. He's reloading, it seems like. Nah, he got us. All right, that's fine. That's fine. No big deal. All right, so yeah, in the beginning, the mess up there was... I still think it was smart to not use my pulse armor there. I probably could have used it sooner. I don't know, it's always tough. It's always a good idea to, against the kites, to pop your pulse armor when they do, just so we can get rid of their shield safely. But it all depends here, right? So we're just going to go ahead and take cover here. Plasma's going to get me a little bit. I'm just going to crowd him to the edge of the stage. He's reloading, so we're going now. He's going to dash. Yep, manually stop that assault boost, anticipating him to do that. We didn't start the assault boost again quick enough, but we should get him here. Yeah, we're going to end up stunning him out. That's all right. Oh, that's right. He freaking popped the pulse armor like as we got staggered. We overheated the Gatling gun anyway, so that works out. Another bridge for the vertical missiles. I'm feeling pretty good right now about this round. He's got us back to the stage. We're staying grounded just to save energy. And we're going to go in now. So pretty much every time we go in, he's going to dash above. Yep, to try and break it. We're just going to stop the assault boost manually with the jump button to counteract that. So there you go. Drop down on him. Beautiful. He's done. That's pretty much what it comes down to, right? All the kites, especially rifle ones, are pretty much going to do when they're backpedaling is they wait for you to go directly at them. And the moment you get to them, they'll dash past you to kind of like throw off your assault boost, right? Kind of make like a huge bunch of different distance rather, because it kind of like yo-yos you. You want to manually stop your assault boost right as you get to them, anticipating them to do that. That way that doesn't happen. Then just restart your assault boost like as fast as possible. The sooner you restart your assault boost, the better. We're actually going to disengage here because we took too much ACS strain and actually force him to come in if he doesn't want this to fall off. So we'll get a little bit of chip damage on him. If he's going to stun me, I'd rather be freaking around cover. You know what I mean? So we're just going to keep using cover here until this falls off to reset. There you go. We'll get staggered behind cover. He gets no punish. Beautiful. A lot of time it's important to like let them purposely stag you in situations like that, just so you get like a nice reset, deny their punish. Yeah, he's flying around me pretty well. He might actually have me on this round here, because I'm kind of letting him do the fadeaway a little too much. I'm not drop to the ground quick enough. But he should pop his stuff here. He's going to try and damage raise me. Big mistake. We got the damage in. Pop this on top of him. Unfortunately, our freaking pistol's reloading, so we don't get to rip through his shield as quick. We stay on top of him. We should get him here. There it is. Blade. Nice, dude. All right. 2 times in a row, we got him. Close match, but situations like that, you got to stay calm. It all pretty much comes down to like knowing how well your build is, how quick you can stagger people. You know what I mean? So I kind of figured I had plenty of time there as long as I popped the pulse armor kind of like right on top of him. Ideally, the Coquelet, when I popped that, dang, 72, bro. We're in that bracket. We're just getting a crap ton of points, both off winning and losing. Ho-ho, we got the homie Artistic Lion here. All right. I will say, you know, he caught me off guard with the way he was boosting. Like, it was almost like he was assault boosting past me, if I remember correctly. And I wasn't expecting, I was expecting a normal quick boost. So what we're going to do is, I don't think I played aggressive enough before. We're going to wait for him to... because those things work off, the soup works off magazines. We're going to wait for him to empty out the magazines, because he only has 2 stocked up. He's holding on to them. Yeah, wait for that. We'll wait for the 3rd one to go. Yep, and now we're going to go in, because we don't have to worry about the soup hitting us in the back. It's just the rifles. There you go, assault boost. Predicted it. Stopped us, started it. There you go, blade on him. A little bit of soup hit us, and now we play a game where we're going to pop this just to keep our AP lead, because even though he has his, I'm rush him down here, and then we're going to back up as soon as our shield's gone. Even though he has his, we have such a strong lead that he has to come to us, you know what I mean? So if he wants to make something happen here and not get timed out, he has to approach. And I'm not trying to time him out, I just want him to come in. I want him to think that I'm going to time him out so he can come in like that. And at this point, I could just whittle him down through just freaking raw damage and just keep rinse repeating here, you know what I mean? Little by little, because he does put out a ton of damage and he is much more kitey than I was expecting him to be. Well, faster at the kiting than I was expecting him to be, specifically because I thought the soup would weigh him down a lot more than they do. He's going for charges here. We're just going to eat through it. Yeah, because even if he gets a stagger, they're on cooldown now. He has no punish. Yep. Oh, I thought we killed him before the shield came out. All right, it is what it is. Yeah, this is going much better than the first time because, like I said before, in the other match, I didn't warm up at all. And he was my first match, and I got destroyed, bro. I think I was freaking like tongue-tying my commentary on that one too, but I'll probably throw it in the video just because, right? Because I think I still got some nuggets of information in there, you know what I mean? Despite the fact that my brain was all over the place and I was getting freaking murked. So yeah, he doesn't want to play around cover too much. It seems like he's playing more aggressive this time. He wants that match to go faster, which is perfect for me because you guys know that's what my build shines at. All right, we didn't get the damage in, but we did get a slice on his shield. And I'll probably say it a whole bunch of times. Wow, I didn't think I was going to stagger him there. All right, well, we missed the opportunity on that. Now we're in trouble. We have to use cover while we reload. Well, it's overheated too, so we can't push as hard because that thing does make a huge difference in when we take out, how much pressure we put out, rather. But yeah, I'm probably going to keep saying the thing about, like, I like to pop pulse armor around top of these kites because, again, it lets you work on their shield safely, you know what I mean? Some people have different opinions about that, but I don't know, it's just, it works out best for me, that's why I do it, you know what I mean? And it all depends on, like, what the situation looks like, too, you know what I meon? But either way, good fight, brother. I freaking got that points back. Let's see how many points we got here. Let me see. 6! Oh! I lost to him and lost 100 points. He gave me 6. Damn, bro. Good fight, bro. Aye, crazy taxi, bro. Love to see that build, man. That thing's so cool. So double estrogen lightweight, and he's got some real heavy stuff on the back, so he's going to be easy to catch, honestly. But the air shot's probably going to make a huge difference. I don't think he's going to be able to make use of the coral missile just because of how heavy he is. But, I don't know, because I'm going to be up in his face most of the time. But either way, the main goal here that I'm watching out for is the coral missile. So I'm going to hang back, wait for him to shoot it first, just so I can fly directly at it and break its lock on. But I do have to watch out for the air shot. It seems like he's holding the missile for a while, like he knows what I'm trying to do. So I have to be careful here. Save just enough energy, always, to make him think that I'm out of energy, plummeting to the ground. Yeah, he shot the coral missile now. I'm not in a good position. All right, there we go. By chance, we freaking broke its lock on. I don't think it was the charge version either, actually. Oh, point blank, bro. Okay, I respect it. That was cool. I'll give it up. The build's throwing me off a little bit here, but we're going to play a little more aggressive. I think we're playing too passive. All right, pop that. Here comes his ear shot to work on my shield. I want to try and dodge it if I can. Preserve the shield, but he's actually waiting. Interesting. All right. Yeah, we're just going to play more aggressive. We're playing too scared. Ooh, nice. Oh, I didn't get the switch in time. Oh, no, we did. Wow, that must have been like the very end. And I got blessed with the freaking throwing out the second swing immediately and it not whiffing. Holy crap. All right. Lady Luck was on my side with that one. She smiled favorably upon me, right? She gave me that little wink, wink, nudge, nudge. All right, bro. So, yeah, we're going to play more aggressive here because even if he does hit me with the air shot, not the end of the world. It's a single air shot, right? It doesn't do as much damage. And we don't want to let him dictate the freaking pace of the game by staying too much on the outside. There you go. All right, we got his shield, so we back up, whittle it down with the Gatling gun. Watch out for an ear shot, so we're going to go into here ahead of time. And we're just trying to space him out to make it hard for him to throw out an ear shot. And we're going to go in. And he's reloading. Always want to save some energy before he... Wow, yeah, he's throwing it out in the new... He's not waiting for me to touch the ground. He's just throwing it out in the raw. Interesting. Definitely unexpected, but... I mean, it's kind of working for him. It's making me think. But we got him here. There it is. Beautiful. Nice slash finish. Yeah, with the double estrogen builds, I mean, especially after the nerf, they're not as strong. They're still pretty effective, though, especially in, like, a lighter setup that doesn't have, like, heavy back weapons like he does. But, you can gunfight them much easier now. And all it is kind of just making sure they don't break your ankles a whole lot, you know what I mean? That's pretty much what it comes down to. Wow, dude, we're finding nothing but Harris kites today. What the hell is going on? So we got heavyweight Harris here. The only thing I'm thinking about in this matchup here is I'm assuming usually when they go heavier, they just do vertical kite because they don't have the speed to like backpedal effectively. So with vertical kites, assuming that's what he does, is you want to assault boost right at them, right? Ideally, you get directly underneath of them before you start the assault boost if you can. That way, it kind of throws off that aim, and when you quick boost during your assault boost, it gives you like a mean freaking harsh angle to like loop around up towards him to avoid some shots. And then you want to stop your assault boost right as your head reaches their feet, anticipating them to fall down. So we're going to stop it here, anticipate him to stop falling. We're going to fall with him. Yep, just like that. Just like that. So unfortunately, I kind of held the trigger down a little too long there, so he went out the stagger wolf. But we're going to go right in, just keep that from falling off, stay on top of him. Yep, put that on his freaking shield, pop this, and we're going to rip through our shields roughly at the same time. We get some more damage on him first, stay underneath him. Do these quick boosts around. I let myself go too far above his head. You definitely don't want to do that. Because like I said, you want to rise with them, ideally. But also have room to freaking dodge after the rise. We can still win this. But it's going to be close. I'm going to assault boost just to throw off his damage and stuff. But nah, we fell down too hard. Too late to the punish. We could have won that. We could have won that. Alright, that's fine. So yeah, the biggest mistake I made there was I let that assault boost fly above him. And all that did was let him drop below me. Because, like I said before, I'll probably mention it a lot. It's the way it goes with these Harris kites, with these vertical ones, is usually the reason why you miss more of your shots when you're higher up is because they're falling away from your bullets and you're falling into their bullets. So usually they win the trade. So if you can rise with them, it works out. I don't want to stay like completely on the same level as him because then his shots will land more consistently in mine. He can out stagger me here, but we'll loop around. Yep. Stay on the ground before we start the thing in. Get our energy back. He's going to start dropping. Yeah, because he'll win out the trade like that. So usually what you want to do is if you're rise with him, throw in a couple quick boosts there. Alright, we got one blade in there for damage. Second one didn't get his shield, which is unfortunate. That would have been a huge freaking bonus. We're going to stop the shot so our stuff cools down. We're going to stay directly underneath him to avoid his stuff while we wait for him to come down. In this situation, now we have the advantage, right? Because now he's out of energy. He's coming down, falling into our shots. And he only has so much energy to work with as he goes back up. We have energy to follow him. Now he's staying more to the ground. And now we have a nice stagger lead where we can just rush him down like this. Even then, that was a little dangerous doing that because had he landed 2 more shots, he probably could have staggered me there. So if you do kind of do what I just did at the very end there, you might want to throw in like an extra dodge or so, just like be very careful. It all depends on how much stability your AC has too, right? But that's pretty much like, that second round there was pretty much exactly how you want to play this setup here is you want to manage your energy better than them, right? It's all about positioning yourself under them as much as you can to throw off their aim. And then you stop your assault boost to make sure you don't go past them, so that way they don't have the advantage of falling below you, you know what I mean? You want to be the one falling below them as much as possible, throwing off their aim. So we're going to stop this here just because he's going to touch down, have energy, so we'll dodge stuff on the ground for now. Get energy, go up now. Stop assault boost now. That way if he starts falling. I empty out my generator, unfortunately. So he's going to get some shots, and I don't like the way this is going right now, so we're just going to reset. There's no problem with sitting here waiting for your ACS strain to reset, because I gain nothing from going in here getting staggered. I have more to lose, you know what I mean? I'm surprised he let that fall off. Usually they won't let that happen, but he really didn't want to freaking lose, I don't know, I guess he really didn't want to... Oh, that was a mistake! Fat-fingered my stuff, bro! Alright, this whole freaking match just turned around just like that. Stagger him, get a blade in, maybe? Oh, he didn't pop his stuff. Weird. Alright, I guess he's saving it. Yeah, now he's going to stay close to me, try and get that stagger. Alright, so we're just going to take off here. We're going to try and reset again. Because if we can get a reset, that's huge. Especially since we messed up our freaking pulse armor. There you go. As the clock's running down, I want to try not to time him out. But I want to force him to waste all his energy to come after me, thinking that I'm going to time him out, right? So that way we can get close for another push on right here. Get that huge stagger lead on him. Yep. Get his stuff. Now we run. Watch out for the missiles in the back. Make him think we're going to go play for time again. And then we're gonna... Oh, I need my lock on. So here, he should approach here. Otherwise, he will get timed out. Yeah, there we go. And we go in. We're just playing for damage here. So play as evasive as possible. Try and chip him down little by little. That charge shot landing was actually huge for him. I can die here if I get staggered. He can bring it back. He can bring it back. He's coming in. Yep, he's hitting the wall, unfortunate. Yeah, that was smart for him to go for the charge shot there at the end. That would have closed it out. If he would have hit me with that and stunned me, it would have been a wrap. But 1 second to spare, bro. We clutched it out. GG, brother. Yeah, that's pretty much how you want to run the vertical version of the kite setup, dude, honestly. That was pretty much like a textbook case of how you should play that. Made a couple mistakes here or there, but it worked out for us overall in the end, you know what I mean? So, not bad. Damn, bro. Alright, so same dude. Double Harris again. Seems like he went heavier on the armor this time. And he's got the 10-slot missile pack on the back. So this gets a little more tricky because now there's less room for error here because of his extra armor. But The thing is we can actually stick to him a little bit better because he's going to be much slower. And right away, I'm going to want to try and bait him into cover as much as I can. In the beginning, I like taking cover just to see if I can get them to come in, you know what I mean? Or at the very least, like, waste their missiles and stuff, and essentially wait for an opportunity to go in when something's on cooldown. So he's kind of just floating, waiting, so we're going to try and sneak in, use the mountain for cover instead. Get there as quick as we can. Essentially, I want to try and limit how long I need to chase him, you know what I mean? So if I can push to the edge of the stage, that's great. So he dashed past me on that one. Wasted a little too much energy, so we're going to back up here out of his range instead. And we'll just take the damage advantage and reset. Sometimes it's the way you gotta play it, depending on how the freaking match starts. And if you're quick enough, I wasn't there, you can actually tag them before their stuff falls off, right? Because that's one of the freaking downsides of being so heavy is your attitude recovery is low. We got him there, I wasn't expecting it. We're only gonna hit one piece. I'm gonna pop this just so we don't lose too much of a health lead, because we can play really aggressive on him and force his shield, because he's gonna think he's gonna get staggered again. Yeah, stay on top of him. Blade. Yep, at least get the damage in. So now we have so much damage output that now we can kind of kite him if we need to. Kind of like force him into us. That way we land our shots. So that's what I'm going to try to do here. He's standing far away, so I will let this stuff refresh. He wasted some energy going in, so now we can actually go in on him. Stop that assault boost, and now I'm not afraid of sitting there trading with him, because even if he staggers me first, he's not going to have enough damage to kill me. At the end there, I was holding the trigger on the Gatling gun a little too long. That's why it took so much longer to stagger him. That's something I learned a long time ago. Is that a lot of time you're better off, if someone's about to get staggered, you're better off stopping right before they get staggered, as long as they're not going to get away, to let either your stuff reload, or in the case of freaking like high recoil weapons, let your freaking arm recoil kind of cool down. That way your shots actually get more accurate for the final push. Otherwise, you'll be holding your triggers down for a while, you're missing most of your shots, it gives them time to freaking put bullets into you, you know what I mean? And then sometimes you don't get the stagger, and then you just waste all that time, took extra damage, and didn't get the stagger, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's taking a while for him to rise up, so he's eating way more shots. I feel comfortable freaking just wasting my energy in this situation because I was directly above him. Alright, I'm surprised he waited that long. We actually got both hits in. I'm not going to pop my pulse armor yet, we'll pop it now. That way we can stay on top of him here. Yeah, so because he's so slow, it's not like crucial to pop the pulse armor directly on top of him like you would for lighter kites. Because you will catch him if he runs away. I should have stopped shooting to avoid staggering him outside of my freaking punish range, clearly. But he's kind of playing aggressive here, trying to like push the advantage and clears it out. But now I'm just going to play evasive and whittle him down little by little. Because yeah, he's got heavy armor, but you can still work him down. The Harris isn't super... Oh, that was huge for him. Harris isn't super accurate. Wow, yeah, he landed a lot of shots. That was super huge for him. Alright, well, we still have the lead. So he's going to want to have to come in here, otherwise he's going to get timed out, and that's when we're going to go in. I'm going to time the orbit to pop it up where it starts shooting the moment he gets here. So we get the extra damage. There you go, get that extra orbit damage in. Get him! Oh, dude, that last shot he put out missed, bro. That would have killed me. Holy! Good one, bro. That was a close one. It's the Harris kite day today, bro. What the hell is going on, man? Alright, how many points do we get off of that? 11. I'll take it. Getting close to the top 100. I think it's like 1780 something against the top 100. And then if I do hit top 100, I just gotta decide if I want to keep going or if I'd rather kind of just stop so that way I can pivot and do like a different S rank video another day, you know what I mean? Something like that. But what do we got right now? What are we looking at here? 1796, so potentially 2 more wins if we get 11 points apiece. Let's do it. Damn, bro. Oh, we're facing this dude again. All right. Now he's got a huge stage advantage. Yikes, dude. All right. If we can beat him, we could potentially get some huge points here and potentially just hit into the top 100 right off the rip. All right. It's going to be tough, though. It's definitely going to be tough. He plays relatively well, and this is definitely like the best possible stage you could hope for. So what we're going to do is we're just going to observe and see how he moves. Like, we'll take cover over here. We'll see. I don't know if he actually saw me. Now, if he didn't see me, that'd be nice, because then we can potentially get a nice jump on him. As long as you get a nice little lead early, that makes a huge difference. We're going to go in now. Ah, nah, he knew. He knew. Get off the ground for the plasmas. So pretty much what I want to do here is just stay right outside his Harris range and just corral him towards the boundary of the stage. That when I start my freaking assault boost at him, I have plenty of energy, right? I don't have to cover as much ground. So I'm just trying to corral him towards the edge of the stage like we're doing here. A little bit closer. And now we're going to go now. Yep, stay on top of him. Yep, boost after him here. And we're just going to drop down, start reloading now. Stay underneath him to avoid most of the Harris shots. We got stuck there, unfortunately. He did too, so we got some nice chunk on him, but stay with him. He's going to dash over us. We dash into him, so we have enough energy for the assault boost, and we're going to fall with him. Oh, wow. Super fortunate for him. Wow, dude. Lady Luck was on his side on that one, bro. You got to be kidding me. So we didn't get anything off of that, and now I'm trying to back up to avoid this thing. So we're gonna actually turn tail and run here. Hopefully we don't get hit in the back with missiles. He clipped us with the Harris, bro. Yeah, he's on full pursuit. Makes sense. But now he's in here, we can get some pro-shoot damage in, even if he staggers us. Yep, fade away, get the damage in, back up. We're gonna keep doing this little dance here. Force him to come in. Yep, and we got a freaking refresh, bro. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta play like kind of like a back and forth with them sometimes, depending on the situations. We get huge pressure on them. A quick boost to just empty out my generator so we can stop falling to the ground. Get the energy and get up here. Tag him a little bit. Freaking get his freaking pulse armor. And we're gonna pop the pulse armor now as we come down to the ground. That way we stay grounded and we can get some energy. We start this freaking assault boost with the shield up, you know what I mean? That way we're not chasing after him with the shield up with no energy and then getting nothing out of it. So we have time on our side right now, but he has more damage output. And he's hitting us. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Oh, no, bro. Yeah, I shouldn't even assault boosted there. I didn't even notice that we were running to time. The mistake there, assault boosting, was it put me at too harsh an angle where the Gatling gun couldn't land. Had I just quick boosted at him, I would have got the Gatling gun shots. But I was kind of nervous about whether or not he'd be able to out DPS me anyway. But I mean, he won out just by me freaking doing that and not getting bullets on him at all, you know what I mean? So I probably should have just risked it because he is super light armored. So we're trying to corral him as best we can again. We're a little too close though, so that's why I'm kind of using my energy to dodge. But his stuff falls off quick. We actually hit our head on that again, bro. This cover is killing us this time. We're just gonna fade away. He hasn't hit us for a while, so this will fall off. Oh, the missile caught us. We're gonna go in before his falls off. He's gonna stagger us first at this rate, so we're gonna back up. Nice, he was too far away for a proper punish. I'll take that. He's gonna reset, but it is what it is. It's a soft reset for both of us. Get off the ground to avoid the plasmas. There you go. Yeah, I think he's aware that I'm pushing him to the edge of the stage, so he's trying to play accordingly. That's fine. There you go. Get in there. He breaks it. We go on top of him. He doesn't have enough energy to dodge. We should hopefully get... Nah, he's got the freaking the lead in terms of falling. Yeah, he's gonna have this freaking game on us, I think. We can still win it, potentially. We have our freaking stuff up. I should have stopped shooting there. Yeah, I should have stopped shooting there. Because my freaking recoil was going crazy and my stuff wasn't landing. Alright. We definitely could have won that. We just misplayed a little bit there, especially in the end of the first round. But it is what it is. No big deal. Hopefully we don't lose like a crap ton of points, you know what I mean? But we'll see what happens here. What are we looking at? Damn, 31. Alright, it's not 100. I'll take it. Hey, alright, ran back into him. There's a few matches before this that may or may not I put in just for the sake of time here. I'm kind of trying to focus on, like, you know, if I lose a bunch of points, we'll freaking put in the next match where I get back to where I was before, you know what I mean? And it's still been kites, by the way. But yeah, I'm actually glad to get another chance to freaking get this guy, because we can definitely win. We just messed up last time, that's all. And it's a smaller map too, so that works out for us this time. So we're gonna stop here just to get some energy, put some damage into him. There you go, got some decent chunk on him. Now we're in a really good spot, yeah, because even if he breaks away, we'll still have enough energy to catch him here. We didn't get the damage, we did hit his shield. And now we're just gonna fall on top of him, break through his shield. Pistol's gonna be up. That Gatling gun cool down a little bit. There you go. He's not really landing a lot of his freaking rifle shots. He might use cover here, so have to be careful. Gatling gun's keeping that from falling off. Alright, that's fine. Stay directly underneath them. If they end up above you or they're falling like below you, you want to try and stay in the two blind spots, which is directly underneath of them or directly above their head, you know what I mean? If you do that, especially against the rifles or some things like LCDs or like laser cannons, stuff like that, they're not going to hit you. So a lot of time what you'll see is I'll try and, like, if I see him like, alright, I messed up, he's going to be below me no matter what, right? Instead of sitting there trying to trade shots with him, which I will lose, instead I'll use what little energy I have left to boost directly over his head and then just hard drop on top of his head, you know what I mean, to avoid that stuff. Or vice versa underneath, you know what I mean? Either way, pick one of the blind spots on your way in. So he's getting a lot of chip damage on me on this, which is unfortunate. So I'm just going to try and stay directly underneath him to minimize how many shots he gets. Yeah, he's got to be low on energy. He's got to be low on energy. Yeah, we'll catch him here. Blade. Yep. All right, we got one on his shield. And then we're going to boost into him so we fall into his shield like last time. I didn't spam the pistol that time because I felt like the Gatling gun could have got rid of the shield just fine on its own. We want to have the pistol up to actually get the huge amount of stagger on him. So there you go. You have to be careful here. Fade away a little bit so he doesn't stagger me. And he actually might win this trade here unless I get like a huge freaking hit on him, which we're not going to. So I'd like to Dash away? Yeah, I didn't do it in time, though. That's alright. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's going to reset, unfortunately. I don't want to chase too hard to try and catch a reset that I might not get. And I was actually supposed to break away there, and for whatever reason didn't stop the assault boost. So it is what it is. He's going to have us on this round, I think. But you never give up. Never give up. You never know. Alright, he's going to break. Stay on top. We can stun him here first. Oh, nice. He dropped down well. Stay above his head in the sweet spot. Nah, we should have started shooting sooner. I didn't start shooting that pistol soon enough. We probably could have won that. But it is what it is. It's all good. Go to the second round here. Couple mistakes on that one. But we'll clean it up. We'll get him. I want to try and get... I'm going to get to the center of the stage as quick as possible just to prevent him from, like, really making space here. And that way, yeah, if he goes in that direction, we actually have cover to cover our approach. So stay evasive here as we go onto the side. Yeah, he doesn't want to get cornered. Save some energy. There you go. Get some shots on him. Stay underneath him whenever we can. And now we start the assault boost. And we get this huge damage into him. He drops down. That's fine. We drop into his head. He goes up. That's fine. Look, I got our energy back already. Touching the ground nice and quick. There you go, Blade. Nice. We got the damage, which is huge. That changes everything. That was supposed to be a freaking pulse armor. For whatever reason, we assault boosted, which just... That was a bad situation, because now we're not going to get anything off our pulse armor. Unfortunate. Yeah, we could have pushed such a strong lead there had we done that. But it is what it is. We have a strong lead now, so now he has to come in. And we're just going to wait for the opportunity where he's close enough to we can actually get him to come in and just avoid the plasmas as much as we can. And he can't hit us with missiles and freaking rifles underneath, so we have to be aware of that. Here comes the plasmas. Alright, alright. Where the hell did the plasmas go, bro? What do you lose? Lock on? Yeah, I'm not going to risk going out there chasing him and him freaking closing up the lead, you know what I mean? Because we have such a strong one. We're just waiting for him to overextend at this point. A little boring, but, I mean, against kite playstyles, you kind of have to. So I should have went there. I just waited a little too long, because he did get a little bit close. Like, right now is good. He dashed in. We get close enough. And we're just going to play for damage now, not even stagger. Just get the damage in and then back away. Damage in, back away, go back to cover. Make sure he doesn't get the shots on us, right? Go back in as he comes in, trying to get the shots. Back away again. Nah, now that's it. That's a deadly ballet that we're doing here. That's pretty much what it comes down to. And just play for damage, back away again. Little by little, because we have the armor advantage here, right? He is close the distance a little bit, but it's not enough. And now we go for assault boost just to stay evasive. Put the extra damage in, that's it. We beat him by time, because he wanted to play a little too passive. Alright. But yeah, you gotta adjust on the fly. Sometimes you gotta play that back and forth depending on who has the higher AP, all that stuff. We got juicy 40 points, boy. Oh, was that exactly 1796 for top 100? Did we just do it? Did we really just do it just like that? Hey, exactly top 100, boy. Let's go. Good game to all my opponents today, bro. Today was... I think I literally played nothing but kites. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. Usually it's my worst nightmare. I don't know why I didn't start getting like irritated after the fourth match, because usually, like I tell you guys, I say it all the time after like 4 straight matches of kiting, I'm like, I'm done. I don't know, I stopped having fun, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I guess because I was winning most of them, I was able to freaking stick it out a little bit longer. I was thinking more too because we were so close to top 100, so it's like, you know, if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna like climb and you actually really want to win, a big part of that, as lame as it sounds, bro, as cheesy as it sounds, you gotta try your best to keep your attitude positive, bro, because you're gonna play better if you're in a better mood, dude. That's just how it is. You guys, you know what it is, right? We're all adults here. It's like 9% of the people on this channel are the same age group as me. We're all adults. I'm not gonna be sitting here freaking preaching to you guys. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? But either way, once again, top 100. I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot that real quick. I'm gonna look pretty freaking nice. Silver Knight always coming through. Here's the build once again, right? So you guys can see everything. I guess I'll explain my reason for the parts and all that stuff, like, very briefly. There's got to be, like, very few of you that don't know this build, you know what I mean? But essentially, the only real thing to talk about is freaking internals, right? Freaking Ming Tang, honestly, is there specifically just because it's a killer generator, dude. After it like got like some serious buffs, it became the exact generator I was looking for in terms of like it gets the energy quick when you're on the ground. I like to stay grounded as much as possible, and when you redline it, it's not offline for like too long. VP20C used to be like my old go-to, bro. It's still a great generator, but I needed more capacity, and this thing is just it is what it is now, and for the weight and everything too, it's great. In terms of FCS, I will forever use Abbott as my favorite FCS on Silver Knight, dude. The close range, medium range assist just works out beautifully. Medium range assist works for the orbit to help freaking keep the pressure off, right? Makes it so I'm not completely 100% close range build where if someone gets outside of like that freaking close range, I'm useless, you know what I mean? And the Gatling gun does have a little bit more range than you would expect as well. And then a Lula there, that was like the biggest upgrade I ever put on this AC. At 73k weight, rather, sorry, 73k weight, it's not that far above the QB reload ideal weight to where the quick boost is taking too much energy, you know what I mean? And for the assault boost thrust, which is what I wanted the most out of it, it's got so much of it, dude. And then obviously all the rest of the stats are great as well. You can see 344, 371 for the QB and boost speeds respectively. Like, it's just dope. But yeah, the build's hyper offensive, in your face aggressive. You didn't really get to see like how fast it puts out pressure on this because you're facing like nothing but kites, but it scraps really well with things like double Zim or double melee and stuff like that. Like, that's the range it wants to be in, is what those builds play against. And then it's got the right bulk and everything like that too. I don't really want to like go too crazy explaining the build, man, because I've done it a million times. You guys are probably sick of it. But for those of you new here, you know, a little peep and a little glimpse into it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this little climb to the top 100. Hopefully I was able to give you some freaking solid advice. You know, hopefully this ups your game plan and stuff like that. Helps you better up in kite matchup for sure, because this was essentially how to beat kites video, bro. Which is funny because I plan on doing a standalone video about that. Like, I was considering doing that, and I guess this is it, right? But other than that, man, hope you guys had a good time. If you did, feel free to press that like button. It's greatly appreciated. If not, no big deal. You guys know I'm not sweating. Everyone has their reasons. But listen, at the very least, consider subscribing if you haven't already. Don't want to miss out on more stuff like this, more tips, S-rank stuff, Elden Ring, Night Rain, Elden Ring PvP, all that good, right? But other than that, I'm going to get up out of here. Thanks so much for watching, as always, guys. I'll see y'all again real soon. Later.